Empath martial arts is Chinese martial arts. So it's a new term that I just recently learned about. It's called empath. Um, there's an article that I read about it, and it's essentially the opposite of what narcissist is. Alright, so empath is, somebody who's very sensitive to other people's feelings and emotions, and just very sensitive to energy in general. They're very compassionate people, and they always want to help people. Because it becomes the opposite spectrum, there can be an imbalance, and the imbalance, the negativities of it is that people could tend to take advantage of these types of people. So the empath is, in a way, kind of like the very super nice person, very giving, so giving to the point where they can be taken advantage of or manipulated. Always giving their time, their energy, very caring. Basically the very opposite of the narcissist. And the Chinese martial arts is supposed to, as a whole, is supposed to represent that. Now there's going to be individual people within the Chinese population, or within the Chinese martial arts community, that are not going to represent those qualities, just like everywhere we go. But as a whole, the Chinese martial arts and what they're known for is supposed to be very more soft and gentle, more compassionate. If you look at the entire expression of the martial arts in China, look at Bruce Lee, look at Jet Li, look at Jackie Chan, look at Donnie Yen, the famous people from China that have, claimed the Chinese martial arts or Kung Fu. Look at their personality traits and how they are in public, how they are in private, how they treat others. Look at that. Look at the entirety of the Shaolin Kung Fu, the Shaolin Temple, and the Shaolin monks. It's a spiritual Buddhist practice as they practice the martial arts. And they're full of compassion. And that's what they're known for, and that's the representation of the martial arts for the entire country, basically. Look at the styles that are known out of China. Wing Chun, it's singing spring fist created by a woman. I mean, how violent can that expression be? I mean, the name of the art is called singing spring fist, okay? And it's created by a woman. So look at Tai Chi. I mean, that expression is mainly known for training the elderly, moving very in slow movements, very non-aggressive. Look at Qigong, which is basically an art of just focusing on breathing. So look at all these expressions coming out of the East or coming from China. It's a very much softer, gentle expression. Even look at the term Kung Fu and how it's been used in mass media. Kung Fu Panda is the most popular animated series out there using that label, Kung Fu. And look, it's Kung Fu Panda. It's a comedy. It's not aggressive and violent. So the Kung Fu expression, it's an empath expression. And because the Chinese martial arts is more of an empath expression, the narcissists are the ones that can come in and take advantage and manipulate or overpower the empath, such as what the Japanese did in the past with the rape of Nanking. They come in with their aggressive style of military and aggressive martial art, overpowering military, and just started killing Chinese people. Killed about 300,000, they said. So it is, the empath martial arts is the opposite of the narcissist martial arts, and the Chinese martial arts is essentially representing that. But if you're not Chinese and you're not studying under a Chinese master, rather than saying that you practice the Chinese martial arts, I'd say that it'd be more proper to say that you practice the empath martial arts. which is basically the path of compassion within the martial arts and the path of peace within the martial arts. That's an English word. These are all English words being used. And instead of saying, Chinese Kung Fu, Empath martial arts is pretty much representing what the Chinese Kung Fu is representing as well. But it's just using the American or the English language to translate that. But I think that's a very accurate comparison, and you got to figure out the type of person that you are. The word narcissist and narcissism from certain perspectives is seen, there's some negative perceptions on it. A lot of people speak down on it, but at the same time, why is it that all the narcissists out there are being rewarded with more money, more fame, more success? Donald Trump and Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali and every single successful person out there, they label as a narcissist. So obviously, it's kind of like people talk down about it, but then at the same time they reward the behavior. So obviously there's something that people love about it, being a narcissist. Even Kim Kardashian is, very about the self. We live in a culture where it's all about the ego. So the narcissism is like strong ego. Empath is like the opposite, no ego. So be honest with yourself and who you are and what you want to become. If you want to remain a narcissist, strive to be a stronger narcissist, then stay away from the empath martial arts and don't claim the empath martial arts. But if you're an empath and you want to be more closer to meditation, not so competitive and not all about the ego and all about the self, but to care about the others around you. You don't like beating people up for money or fame, but you want to build positive relations with the people around you, build strong community, then the empath martial arts is more for you. Which is essentially the Chinese martial arts, but as I stated, if there's no Chinese martial arts master that you're studying from, you can still study what you can from multimedia, books, and videos. But as far as claiming it, it'd be more proper to claim empath martial arts. And there's always going to be that conflict out there between the empath and the narcissist. It's just like the yin-yang. And is one better than the other? Just like the male-female, is one better than the other? Not necessarily, but there is some that is favored within certain cultures. So obviously, in America, the narcissist is favored. The male is favored. The dominating personality is favored. In the Chinese culture, it's the opposite. So you're just talking about different cultures and what's important to you. But just to be honest with who you are and to claim, and be more accurate with what you wish to represent. So you ask yourself, are you practicing the empath martial arts or are you on the narcissist martial arts path?